King Dong.
Yeah, the only thing that I would do, because I don't insert and stuff like that, would I bought this for tit fucks.
Yeah.
That's the only
Now,
thing.
now, that's cool. I don't think that would be a necessary issue.
Okay.
But no, they said nudity for sexual gratification would that count as sexual gratification? Well, not if you're demonstrating for educational purposes.
Yeah, no, like that's literally judging so that way we can get the ratio of the length of my cleavage.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. See, it's called measurement. It's we do have educational parts of the show, ladies and gentlemen. Try to believe. I mean, how big is those beauties?
I am a 34V
Yeah, you are bigger than my wife. She's a M. So, and that's natural. That is straight up natural.
transfers.
So what?
I started out as a 36 IJ,
Hmm.
and um, I felt small and I wanted more, so I did uh, liposuction and put
Hmm.
it into my butt.
Yeah, it still counts as natural, so people can understand that because
Because I am augmented,
yeah,
but no implants. It's all me
yeah, yeah. See, that's the difference. That's why we can say it's all natural because it's from her ass.
from my stomach.
It's coming
They
from her stomach, so it's all her. It's no implants. It's no jelly.
told me we just reached my deck.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. How many years you been in this, baby?
As far as specifically the large bust industry,
Hmm.
I maybe 1 or 2 years.
Hmm.
Um, as far as the adult industry, because I got my start in MBE and way many years ago in like 2010. I did that for like years.
Hmm.
I stopped, and then we came back doing breast expansion
Hmm.
in Hourglass, and it just sort of turned the kink into my real life. And
Yeah. Yeah, because you came. It's like you came in the game around the same time I did, where girls could still make money just off of pictures.
yeah, it used to be, is it?
I swear the game changed so much within the years and everything. It just kind of crazy what happened. But we're gonna get into all that. Let me talk to my peoples real quick. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Smokers Lounge here on Anchor, the perfect app for you to start your own podcasting career. Just go to anchor.fm, get a profile, or download the app and do the same. I'm your host, Kevin Alva Southern Champ, aka the Porn Rap Star. I know what it is. Find all my links with one link, allmylinks.com/porn rap star. Got four wonderful sponsors to tell you about. The first one being the Facebook LS community, lsworld.com. Next up, the hottest adult mag in the game, eroticism magazine.com. Next up, 90% profit for you content creators and for your consumers, a new place for you consuming your Triple X content, xsitebunny.com. Also, last but not least, we talking about smut with some voiceover, award winning, award nominated, one and only Blush Erotica. So go to blusherotica.com. Also, while you're there, go over and check out their VR section called Beaver, where you get to see some of the hottest adult talent in the business through your Oculus, as well as fuck each other brains out over some sultry words from a sexy voice. So go to blusherotica.com and go ahead and get a subscription. We're a proud member of the GW District Black Podcasting Network. So go over to shopgwdistrict.com and buy black from 500 black-owned retailer shops and boutiques. Also, 5 days a week over on fullyswapradio.com. You can listen to me talk to sexy ladies like herself and many others and some of the top talent in the business. And we chop it up about the real of the adult film industry on fullyswapradio.com. Also, check me out on skyhawkafterdarktv.com as well as the BGP LLC app. And trust me, this was hard for me to do because them titties is hard not to look at. And they're a wonderful distraction. Plus, the smile that goes with them is a wonderful distraction as well. So I'm gonna sit back and let this sexy, bestie, gorgeous, smiling, voluptuous, gorgeous lady introduce herself to y'all.
Thank you so much for all of that. My name is wonderful to be here.
No doubt. I had to come out. My shirt got hot. She warming me up, ladies and gentlemen. She looking so damn sexy. So, oh my goodness. So, how have you been? How have your year been so far, gorgeous?
Phew. It started out with a lot. We did AVN for the first time. We did XBIT. We did X3, which actually marked my 1 year being on the Chatterbait. So that was
Mm.
for me. But it's been really good. We got to meet a lot of new people. We got to network as well. So I'm happy with where we're at.
No doubt, no doubt. So how? So was this your first time going to AVNs?
Yes.
So how was your experience with AVNs? 'Cause I heard so many interesting tidbits, stories about this year's AVN.
So AVNs, it was a lot for a first time. It was a pretty good experience. There were some bumps in the road, which is excuse me. Um, yeah, there's some bumps in the road to be which is to be expected. But that was also my first time in LA in Vegas. So it was a little bit overwhelming, but after I got used to it after the first day or so, it went really well. I'm glad for the experience.
So how was it to meet people that know you, to meet fans? Because a lot of times it's kind of surreal when you have people that know who you are at events like this.
That still blows my mind. Um, the first of the adult convention of this sort that we had ever been to was
Mm-hmm.
last year in LA,
Mm-hmm.
and we didn't go as attendees. We just went as guests, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't working. We were just sort of getting to feel and to see want to start doing conventions. And people recognized me there, and I was like, it's flattering to for someone to come up and be like, "Hey, Demora," and I'm like, "You know my name." Flattering.
Excuse me. As you can tell, this is the Smokers Lounge. We
I
do
got
smoke here. So yeah, because I know it's kind of like, you know, it's one thing that you talk to them online with the webcam or video chat, what have you, but for you to walk into a building where there's other stars and they're noticing you like you're one of those other stars. You know what I'm saying? I know it just made you, go through the roof, you know?
it. Like I said, it's very flattering. Like I'm, I guess, like a lot of my mods and even my husband, they're like, you don't understand how far you have made it in the industry just in the short time that we've been in it. And I really, I don't because I still think it's weird to say that I have fans. I still think it's weird that people recognize me. Like it I can't wrap my mind around it. It boggles me that
Yes.
are like, oh my God, you're so famous and you actually talk to me. I'm like, why respectful to me? Why shouldn't I be respectful to you? You know, as long as you're me, I can be respectful. But on the other hand, don't be disrespectful because I can make you cry. Like I'm not afraid to stand up for myself and other people. So keep that in mind whenever public.
Yeah, most definitely, most definitely. So now let's go back. Let's go back because you say you started in 2010. So tell me about your first experiences within the sex work trade.
So I wouldn't think that that was purely sex. I don't think I was really in the sex work industry. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I lost several cups after each one of my kids, and I
Mm-hmm.
like a C cup or something. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't like where I was, so we started doing like Dermifica, um, creams, massages, Noodleberry to
Mm-hmm.
help exercise naturally, and it worked some. But then, of course, life happens, and I had to stop doing the work. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but during that point, we had a website called Her Cups Runneth Over, and that's another one of the things that boggles my mind is because people recognize me from then, like they still remember me from Her Cups Runneth Over, and I'm like, how is that even possible?
Yeah, because I mean, don't get it twisted. People. if you develop a fan base, they'll remember you, even if you took a break. Because you have females that come back with whole new names, and the fans remember them as the person that they were formerly known as, or what have you, and everything. And
And
so what type of content was you doing back then?
I wasn't really doing content. I wasn't doing. I was just keeping an online, I guess, growth history. Is
Mm-hmm.
really. I didn't do anything sexual. I did like topless pictures and stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
it was not anything sexual. It was they were joining me just like now. They were
Yeah.
joining on my experience.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Because to be honest with you, it was always said to me, titties make more money than ass in this business. Period. Because even to the point that
Because I don't know.
no, because even to the point that even with webcamming, dudes respond when a girl got big titties. To me, for what I've heard and for what I've seen from the years I've been in the industry. I was a huge fan of Score magazine and how big of a magazine that they were. You know what I'm saying, compared to other magazines, and how well known they were. They were all about the titties. So, and I'm sorry, you can have no ass, but as long as you got some nice titties, you gonna always got they turn heads. I don't care nobody say.
I mean, there are above people too, though. So it just depends on what they're looking for, I guess. Whatever their kink is, their fetish, whatever makes them happy, that's what they're going to look for. And I'm sure you can find it anywhere, especially now online. Maybe not
Yeah.
before, but now you can.
But even back then, it was more about the titties because big titty fetish was the thing, was strong. You know what I'm saying? From what I remember, because you had the titty fucking, you had girls could just oil up their titties. That's a video. That's a sale. Shower with the titties, smush cakes with the titties. It was because the titty fesh trade had a lot of different videos because it was about the titties and different things that you could do with your titties. Period.
Hmm.
So shoot. So when did you start to shoot content?
We started shooting content. Well, with breast expansion, we were doing videos. That was 2017 ish. Uh, I started my face,
Mm-hmm.
and then we just sort of, I got more comfortable, and then I started going from there. Usually, good lord. As far as like sexual content, we started doing that 2 years ago, I'd say, about 2 years ago.
Yeah,
And
because yeah, I seen a little bit of sexual content. We get to that in a second. So, cause it seemed like the. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it's hard to really say sexual content because everybody has their own likes. Some people don't like porn, hardcore, softcore, like
Mm-hmm.
intercourse, sexual content like that. Some people only like fetish, where it's expansion, ass expansion, pregnancy expansion, um, all different kinds of expansion. So that's why I'm like, it's hard to say because you're gonna have to be more specific as far as like adult, or
Mm-hmm.
are
Well,
you?
see, I was always told girls to do it all has the best chance to make the most money, and also the best. You
That's
say
not.
what?
I'm not in this for the money. The fact
Yeah.
that
Mm-hmm.
other people like it enough that I've been able to turn it into a full time job is
Yeah.
great. But Grief and I love doing this because we enjoy doing the work together. We enjoy what we. So I'm I'm sort of one of the odd ducks in the industry because
But I mean, but to be honest with you, what's better than to do a job that you love?
exactly.
So to where it's work, but it ain't work. You know what I'm saying? That's what I loved about porn. It was like it wasn't work for me. It was a pleasure to do it. It was a passion behind it. I enjoyed the filming. The what made me retire was when I got tired of doing that.
Hmm.
I enjoyed the chase, finding people to work with, shooting the scenes, putting it together, directing it, all that stuff, and even to the editing, even though that was a headache after a while. you know, so trust me, you got to like this work to do it. You can't just That's like a girl that said, "I don't like to suck dick, but you want to do porn." It don't make any sense.
If you don't enjoy, have at least some level of joy in what you do, the
Mhm.
face get in the videos and in the pictures. You can have the best O face, best moan and fake, but they can tell that there's whenever you genuinely enjoy it. And
Mhm.
when you fuck it, it's a bill.
Yes, yeah, and they'll tell you too. You didn't look like you had fun in that one. Oh my god. So so basically, like I said, when you first got into doing the content, you basically do it as a journey into your transformation, your body transformation. Taking them along with it. And is that kind of what you wanted to attend your brand to be? Is they follow you on a journey from, what I'm saying, it's not just in life, but just also your career and life.
Yeah, I mean, that's like I said, Grieve and I have always been completely upfront and honest. I've always been honest about my plastic surgery.
Mm-hmm.
I call myself a body positivity model just because I would love to get rid of the stigma around plastic surgery. Like, you don't have to have, it's not just to get money. I didn't do any of my surgery for anybody else but me.
Mm-hmm.
My make me feel comfortable in my own skin. And if other people like it, that's amazing. And if not, I'm sure there's hundreds, not thousands and thousands of people that you can like. And I understand that I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and that's fine because I don't want to be, you know? The,
Yeah, but
I'm comfortable and I'm happy, and Grieve and I are happy in our marriage. We're happy in our career of choice because
mhm.
we do our work together. That's what matters to us. And everyone asks, well, do you plan on staying forever? I don't know. My way that we have always said, promise that we made to ourselves and each other in our marriage is this isn't for us anymore, or until it causes, like, if there's a safety issue with our family and stuff like that.
Mhm.
They're coming first. We always want to make sure our kids are safe. Like that. Yes, it's money too, but
Mhm.
we enjoy what we do. We enjoy getting to work together. We enjoy being able to wake up and not be like, fuck, I have to go to work.
Yeah, true. Cause I never forget. I watched a documentary of a couple that was in a high school in North Carolina, and they worked in corporate America, and they quit because they were making so much money fucking each other on webcam. It was funny. She said, "Yeah, my day is I cook breakfast, take the kids to school, then I pick them up from school, drop off their grandma. Then me and my husband we get together and fuck for like 6 hours on camera. And the thing went, trying to feel like you put it on brakes or what have you. I mean, yeah, because this business does feed families, whether people want to believe it or not, or whether they want to admit it.
Yeah.
It pays bills. That hands down. Whether you do it as a side or you do it as a hobby, you take it serious. Period. And everything. Now, this is what I want to ask. Because like I said, with you always you do boy girl. Apparently, boy girl with your husband.
Yeah.
Period, and everything. So, how did y'all decide to start doing that? Because in a lot of cases, I don't think you was one that needed to necessarily do boy girl. Because I'm pretty sure on the fetish side of things, you was kind of getting it. Because I can tell these things, people. Trust me, I've been in the business long enough. Because there's some females that they do boy girl just to give people a change of pace versus making it their cup of tea. You feel what I'm coming from?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what really, with us, it was more just sort of, we decided to try it out. Like, even with our boy girl content, I still don't give the money shot. That's
Mm-hmm.
just the time that I have. I keep my lady bits between him and I. I
Mm-hmm.
just, and I'm not saying that that's not going to happen in the future. I don't know what's going to happen, but that's just something that,
So y'all don't show penetration. The most y'all show is blowjob.
oh no, they can tell what we're doing, but
Okay.
don't see
They don't see the vajayjay.
that. I don't
I get.
find stuff.
So you doing the modern version of Playboy?
I guess so.
But not because you ever seen a Playboy porn?
I don't really ever watch porn.
Not
I
cause
know.
like play. Oh, no, go ahead. What you about to say?
Oh no, I was just saying I've never really
Yeah.
been a big porn. I'm more kind of gal.
Playboy was X-rated. The reason why because it showed sex, but it didn't show penetration.
Then
Like
yes.
for example, like even if they did the blowjob, you saw the back of her head. You didn't see her.
No,
Period.
see him. You can
You,
see all of that stuff.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I,
yeah, yeah.
I lady bits to myself. That's I can't see him. I just feel like that's something that I check.
Now I'm gonna ask you this because a lot of people be like, "Well, damn, why she don't show the dick going in the pussy, this, that, and third?" Like, as you see on my show, we keep it 100. We explain it all. You feel me? So people can understand the different philosophy of it. Do you think doing it that way makes your porn more marketable and stand out? Because most porn you see that penetration versus what they see with y'all is they see the BJ, they don't see the nut, and they don't see the penetration. But yet you do get sales. You get what I'm coming from?
Mm-hmm.
So speak to that.
Don't honestly, I've never thought about if that makes it better or worse, just because I know that everybody likes their own thing. But again, do it for them, for us. We do it for us, you know. And you can see exactly what's going on. You just can't like see his penis is out there,
Mm-hmm.
but I've always said even when I worked with school and stuff, from the slit down belongs to us.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like I said, I know that I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and that's probably lost me a ton of.
No, because see, here's the thing, because the argument that be going on Twitter, especially when it comes to the advertising of the Twitter feed, less versus more. You had some officers say, I don't show no pussy, no tits on my platform. And say, I don't understand why girls do that. You feel what I'm coming from? Versus you have girls that say, well, why not? This, that, and third. So with you, it's do when not necessarily what side of the argument you on, because you can't knock it. What makes money. How can I tell another person how to run their business?
Yeah.
You feel me? But with you, do you think that it kind of, how can I put this, make your porn a little bit more special? Because like I said, now your focus is not you get to see how much of dick I'm taking. It's now I got to make you imagine to see how much dick I'm taking. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean that could be part of it. And I know that I've had messages from fans from both sides. You know what? I would stay here. I would like yourself more if you actually showed, the penetration. Or there's people that are like, I love that you don't show penetration because it makes me use my imagination because of it. I like that you show some, and like I'll do artistic nudity. So I'll go full nude,
Mm-hmm.
but you're still not going to see from the slit down. I'll twist and turn and stuff like that. And they're like, I love that you have a mystery to you and stuff. And that's fine. Like on like Twitter and stuff like that, we do show more like I will go topless and stuff, where I know a lot of people they won't show nipples. They won't show anything more than cleavage because their I guess brand is they want people to see that and want to go to the paid platforms to be like, oh, I need more. I need to see all of it. Us, sometimes we do, sometimes we don't show everything.
See, you have an old school mentality on how to promote. You feel what I'm coming from? Straight up. Because that's how they did it in the old school. Like, you didn't see pussy. You saw tits at the most, period. Even if you did see, let's say, a trailer, keyword, a trailer, not a clip, a trailer, like the best cuts from that scene. It might be a 2-minute trailer, whatever, even with the skit to it, period. It was still a style that it was done to where it left it to your imagination,
Yeah.
period. So no, like I said, that's kind of cool because even to the point, like there was this girl that named Annabelle. I think that's her name. I don't know if she's still in the game, and she used to do solos. But the way she did them was it was kind of like an interactive VR shit. Like yeah, you like if she rolled the dick, you might see her, you know, on top of the dildo. Then she do missionary, but you don't see the dildo, you see her titties. It's like you over top of her fucking her and shit like that. And I said this kind of hot. It's venom because it pulls him in more as an onlooker than it would if you just sitting there with a dildo just shoved in your pussy with your leg open.
Or is there more? Is there more? Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of it's cool like that. So now you just ain't gonna skip over the fact you say you shot with Score, and I done collected so many magazines in my younger days. So tell me, how many times you worked with Score?
I think two or three.
Two or three. So no that and what they was it photo? Did they have you do solo? Um,
Well, that's another thing that I don't do.
yeah, cause I be showing you for JJ. So so it was just pretty much so that was pretty much what photo shoot.
No, there's photo shoots and videos with everything that um we've done. It's more, I guess, talking and like teasing, almost maybe not necessarily a joy, but
Mm-hmm.
more of a sultry type thing, I guess.
Okay, I see what you're saying. It's a sec. It's a as I call them a sexy video. It's like you touching yourself, you rubbing like suicide. Everybody watches Suicide Girls, like their music video where they're posing and touching themselves, but they're not touching the coochie or what have you. They're looking sexy, what have you. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yep. And then I've done one where Grieve did an oil massage, and then
Mm.
one where I gave him a blowjob and tit fuck.
See, I knew a BJ and tit fuck was gonna fall somewhere in there. Because I mean, honestly, like I said before, it's like because you in the big titty bracket, like this, a girl can make money off of just doing titty fucks and BJ shit and what have you, period, or what have you. Even if they won't even want to do a bukkake, if they want to go that far, because guys like seeing come on titties. This. That's why I said tits make more money because there's certain eroticism about titties that an ass just don't have. A come on a titty makes more money than a come on the ass. Shit, hell, come on a titty, jerk off on the titty. That's a video.
Yeah, we don't do a whole bunch of that kind of stuff.
Mhm,
We have some with our PPVs and everything.
mhm.
Um, but there's also videos where, you'll see people just like you were saying, just laying back and bouncing,
Yeah.
like pretending to have sex or whatever. And we don't even have a whole lot of that. Like, I think really the biggest draw for me, well, outside of boobs, um, is the fact a lot of people like my personality. They like that I am honest. If you're gonna sit there and talk shit to me, I'm gonna talk shit right back. Like, I'm a very real and I'm a very honest person. Like, obviously, there's things that I don't talk about, especially mainly my family, um, our children and stuff. Because I want to keep them away from it as much as possible for
Mhm.
their own sake, you know. But the fact that I'll actually sit there and talk to people is something that a lot of people, I mean, I'd say probably 75% of messages that I've gotten from are, have started out with, "Oh my God, is it really you?" And I'll send a picture and I'm like, I'm not just being like sending a full picture. I'll just send a picture and be like, "Yeah, it's me." Have like groups spoke so they can verify that I sent it in that moment. And they're like, "Oh my God, it's really, you're actually talking to people? You're not like," because a lot of people have other people that do all the messages and stuff. And I'm like, "No, I
Yeah,
talk, you
because
know,
because the key is to get your fans invested in you emotionally. Because if they invested emotionally, then they're going to invest financially by buying your product and everything. Period. So I tell females to talk money out the building. Don't
yeah,
realize it. And sometimes you talk yourself into money. It's just your game and personality. Period. But no, I want to jump back because we're gonna talk about one of your score shoots. Because I love breaking down to the fans these shoots so they can understand the real of this business with the behind the scenes. Now, we're gonna unpack the titty fuck and BJ scene. Now the reason why, because where was this shoot in the midst of the shoots that you've done with Score? Was this, I know it wasn't the first one. So it had to been, so you had done a couple of shoots prior to this one, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So first we begin with, how did Score contact you? How did they find you? And your thoughts when they contacted you.
I think it was on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Messaged me on Twitter. And I was like, this is, I'm not big enough to be in any type of a Score video. Like,
I beg to differ. You fit the program.
like I didn't, like I said, I don't see me as being that big in the industry. So why are they contacting me? I don't understand. But I have a decent following, and I guess that's a lot of what it was. I went down there, like we talked things over. I went down there, I did the shoot, and came back, and they put me in Voluptuous. They put me in XO Girls. I think I've had one for Popper.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been in the three of those. Actually, I think they just put out some more DVDs that I'm on the cover of. I've been on the cover of some of their magazines, which blows my mind.
Yeah, that's serious because it's worldwide. Crazy that you. Wait a second. You did come in around the time of the boob. You didn't do the boob boat, did you? The little parties they have on the boat.
No.
Cause they used to do a party on the boat where the fans would come and meet the models and shit. It was a cruise, the boob cruise. That's what they called it.
Yeah, I've never even heard of it.
Shit, I was too young to go. If I had the money, I would have went. It would have been beautiful. Shit, you understand? I was reading that shit back when Minka was the cover girl. For some of y'all people know what I'm talking about. So now you done did a couple of shoots for them. How did they talk you into or you know about the titty fucking BJ scene? Because now it goes from, I'm doing sexy videos, I'm doing pretty girl pictures, to now I'm actually doing a actual sex scene.
So one, it wasn't an actual sex. It was titty fucking blowjob. But
Okay, Bill Clinton. It was just head. It don't count as sex, damn it.
Of course, it's a company, it's an industry company, but they're gonna push you because they want more and more and more, and their fans want more and more and more. And we had been doing boy girl stuff for ourselves, but they were like, they always wanted me to work for the stud, and I'm like, no, I don't. And they're like, okay, well, will you do it with grief? And I'm like, yeah, with grief I will. But
Wait a second. So your male talent was your hubby?
yeah.
Hold on. This flex has been brought to you by Demora. Boss move, ladies and gentlemen. Boss move of the fucking year. I want people to paint the picture here. She said, yeah, you gonna pay me to do this shit. I'm gonna do it with my husband. Deal with it.
I don't do boy girl with anybody but my husband. Never will.
Yo.
Because like I said, like, we don't know what's in the future. But as far as we are monogamous, and I'm completely happy being that way.
Yeah, because see, that's the other thing. They think that when you're a porn star, you're not monogamous.
A lot of people aren't. I haven't heard. I mean, I'm sure they're out there, but you're swingers, you're open and stuff like that. Never had any interest in sharing. Honestly, I'd probably go to jail.
But see, you're not the only one I've talked to. That they only is just the husband and wife, and that's it. Period. And they enjoy it because they get to experience freaky shit, and the person they're experiencing it with is with their significant other. You know, plus y'all doing the blueprint, and I'm gonna say it again. She just ain't doing the full blueprint.
Yeah.
Have a resident male talent that's a dick that you know to get the content that you need. Then you
But what if you
reach
get?
Yeah, you getting content, period. There's no blueprint to this. And then, like I said, if you want to float and work with established talent, then yeah, but you always got that person right there that, yo, I need a BJ scene. Come over. I got a custom. Come
Have
over.
interest in working with anybody else?
Yeah.
I have no
No,
interest in any other penis being near me.
but to be honest with you, people don't realize you can do a couple branded porn
Hmm.
scene. It just everything is about packaging. See, the way that y'all package it makes it work. One, he has a porn adequate dick. So she ain't sucking on a small peeper. See
That is
what?
fine. I'm not saying he's small. He's, like I said, he gets me off in ways nobody ever has. But just like people think that just because I'm in the industry, I have to have a one to penis that's the size of my forearm, and I have that.
Because
It's sizable to the point that I can feel it and I can enjoy it, and it has to have. But I don't like 12-inch dicks. I my perfect is like I have 7, but girthy. That's what I like.
yeah, because there was this porn star named Shorty Mac. He was a 7, but he was built like a Foster Bill can. You feel what I'm saying? So it's not about. See, people don't realize the camera first of all gives the dick length. Plus the way that he strokes it can give it length on the camera because there's trick to the trade. Period. Um, but the thing of it is, it's about what they want is they want a guy that is girth. They don't want no pencil dick. They want a thick dick so they can see the pussy being stretched. Period. Hands down. That's if you show the dick and pussy what we call it. But really, it's about the action, the fluidity of it, the chemistry of the talents. You know, it makes a difference. And two, like I said, it is long as and see too also your brand is kind of expanded because you also do fetishes. So boy girl is not necessarily a how can I put this? It's it's not necessary for you. It's just an extra piece to the brand,
Yeah,
not the brand. Like some girls, they live off of that content money,
yeah.
that boy girl money. With you don't. Your stuff is spread out because you have figured out other ways within the business to make money. Don't even involve you sucking or fucking a dick.
Hmm. Accurate. Yeah.
Period. So it's kind of like it's cool shit. Cause I looked at you and your hubby. I was like, okay, okay. Shout out to Jada Venture because she's the one. Uh, It just her husband. They be doing BDSM and all that shit. It just be. But like I said, it's. But I mean, to be honest with you, think about it. You hear a lot of these talents complain about getting flaked on and can't find a male talent, and you got one that lay right beside you. So I think
Yep.
you in good standing.
And it's not only that, like I said before, it's not only that I've got someone readily available.
Mhm.
It we have, like you were saying, the emotional connection, physical connection. It's more intimate, even if we're not doing it scene. Like we had talked about before, if you're not actually enjoying yourself, it's translated in the video. It translates. So I'm thoroughly enjoying myself, and the fans know it, so they're like, keep going.
Most definitely. So now people know what time of the show it is, right? It's the time of the show where the pushers go dry, the dicks go limp. They talk about the business. Now, like I said, this lady, her brand is expensive. And Because you do webcam as well, correct?
I stream on Chatterbait, yes.
Chatterbait or what have you. Obviously, do pretty well if they had you at their booth. It's certain things that I just know that I'm like, okay, she do it very well. She said I was at the Chatterbait booth. You can't be whack and not doing numbers if you're not at the booth. You know what I'm saying? Period. So, with webcam, was you doing that before you started doing content?
No.
Okay, so what got you into to the webcam side of it?
So I mentioned we went to X3 to see if, just to get a feel of it, we wanted to do a small convention to get the feel of, to see if we wanted to start working conventions.
Mm-hmm.
And as we were leaving, and this is, it sounds stupid, but this is honestly how I got into it. We were walking out, and I'm like, my head like spun off the back of my neck because I noticed like Little Mermaid, looked like Ariel.
Yeah, yeah.
Hell, I'm a Disney fan.
Mm-hmm.
But we saw, I saw out of the corner of my eye the Ashley Daniel. The Ashley
Mm-hmm.
Daniel, one of her and her husband Kindheart are Chatterbait streamers. And I was like, I'm so sorry, this is gonna be the strangest thing I've ever done in my entire life. Can I please have a picture with you because you look like the Little Mermaid?
Yeah.
And she's got the red hair, the bright blue eyes, and she is one of the nicest people I've met in my entire life, hands down, entire life. Um, but I got along with her. Grieve got along with her husband, and we sat there and talked. And I'm like, okay, so what are you doing? And that's how we actually found out about Chatterbait. Is like they were streaming, and so we sit there and talked for like 2 hours, and like I got on their thing and I was like, hey, and people recognized me, and I was like, I've never even heard of Chatterbait, and people were recognizing me on her Chatterbait stream. Like that's how we got started doing Chatterbait, is because we met nice people, and she just happened to look like, well, Adams too, but I noticed her because I saw she had like a flower thing in her hair. I saw the Little Mermaid, and I was like, let's go.
All it takes is conversation, because that's one thing is
It's a good
people
first.
just need to ask. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And if you ask the right way, you get the right answers. Um, but like I said, with camming is different than content. It's
Yeah.
a different game, different animal, different beast. Uh, and I always bring this up first and foremost. People remember when you're doing camming, they get majority cut, not you. So that means it's even more work than that of content, but it also presents a different fan base. So speak to some of the things that you do during your cam show or what have you to be engaging to your fans, because now it's about having personality, because you got to talk the chicks out of them. You got to talk them into the building. It's
And
just more than just bouncing your tits. It's like some of them motherfuckers. I guarantee you, sometimes you ain't got to show a tit and you done made about a good honey.
I'm the kind of person that, luckily, I love engaging with my fans. Like, my bread and butter is going to an expo and getting to have the conversation. I love it. Um, so whenever I'm streaming, I still get to have that engagement, as long as other people are talking. If they're not talking to me, I'll sit there and look at the camera. I'll turn it off and go, because I'm not going to sit here and talk to myself. I've got 78 other things I can be doing. You know,
So true.
as long as people are talking, then I will. I love getting to talk. And then we've got the lush that I've just started using. It goes into your lady bits. I put that in off camera because I don't show lady bits. Like, good things about Chatterbait though is because you can show as much or as little as you want to. It's not one of those like, hey, let me put this here and let you experience. Like, I don't do that, but they still cater to me because I don't have to do that. You don't, there's people that get on there that don't show their faces. There's people that get on there that read. They say reading fully clothed. It's different things for different people. And that's one of the reasons why I truly love Chatterbait and the company that they are. Um, of course, everybody has their bumps and ugly spots, but they, I actually, uh, I just got the gym, which is nipple clamp vibrate, and
Okay.
blood, which goes in your lady bits that vibrate, and it's based on tokens. So
Hmm.
you tip, then it vibrates, and you can see different
Have you
things.
tried it out yet?
This many 10 tokens vibrates nipples. This many vibrates lady bits. This many vibrates all of it at the same time, and you can
Oh shit.
the length like 5 seconds, 10 seconds, however long. You can adjust the level of vibration, low, medium, high, ultra. You know, so that I put that as my goal to put it in or to clamp them on, and it's different things like that. And then one of our goals is whoever is the highest tipper, they get to control both of them for a minute, and they can pick it all the way up if they want to. They can make it do waves. They have full control over it for 1 minute. And people,
Yeah, I heard about that stuff. Um, and trust me, I didn't see it. I heard about the experience. Some of them girls orgasm hard as fuck with all them damn tips. Ding, ding, oh shit. They wouldn't stop. Workers had to turn it off. They were killing me.
I've a couple times, not gonna lie, like I've taken the legs right out of me. I'm like, okay, it's taking my breath away. Sometimes turns my brain into mush, and I'm just like, I can't talk to you right now. I'm trying, but I can't concentrate on this because I'm concentrating on here. It's fun though, and especially whenever you have those good, like, and one of the things I'm blessed for is because a lot of my fans aren't in it just to be like, okay, no, I want this, and this, and if you don't do it, then whatever. They're like, are you okay? Do you need me to calm down for a minute? Like, so if I'm like, okay, I do that one again, then they'll switch it over and they'll do that. And if I'm like, oh, that's too much, then they're like, okay, not doing that one again. They actually care. They seem to actually care about me too, which is very special to me because I try to put that out into the world. So to see it coming back makes me feel like I'm doing a good job at my job because I'm being
Yes.
a good person and they're being good people back.
Yes. That's what we mean by getting them to invest emotionally. That's part of that.
Yeah.
That emotional investment. Because then now they care about your ass. Look at the Beyonce Beehive. I don't need to say no more. Say something wrong about Beyonce. You get cut.
Yeah. No. Like,
Is that real? So now I'm gonna ask you this because this is for the ladies that may be listening, not gents, because gents we don't have this problem. Is that sticking to what works for you, you're comfortable with, you know what I'm saying, and evading pressure to do otherwise. Like for example, you have a girl that does fetish, but the money starts slowing up and she decided to do boy girl, but she don't want to do boy girl. You feel where I'm coming from? Or she don't feel comfortable in doing boy girl or what have you. You might have some people, a couple that they might want to keep it between them, but they feeling the pressure because top companies, this damn third wants them. Just like your situation, I'm pretty sure, no disrespect to score, they probably asked you about doing a boy girl. I'm
708,000 times they
yes,
did.
I'm pretty sure. You sure you have you changed your mind? Have you talked to your husband? He's the guy's tested. You can trust us.
Yeah.
He's a good dude.
And honestly, it has nothing to do with him. It's the fact that I don't want to. I mean, he doesn't want to share either.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the good things about us is that we're very much on the same level with this. People constantly ask, "What's your best advice? What can I do?" And one of the main things I always say is, no matter what you do, stick true to yourself, because one, you're the one that has to live with you for the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Two, what you put on the internet, even if it gets DMCA'd and deleted, it's still going to be on the internet.
Somebody got it. Somebody got it. Screenshot or something.
And you don't want to regret what you do. So always stick true to yourself. That's one of the main things that we have always said. Because if you're not happy with you, one, it shows to the fans in the content, but two, again, you have to live with you and the decisions that you've made.
Yeah, because like I said, there's no blueprint. There ain't no for sure way of making this money.
Yeah.
It's just what works for you. Because I heard one girl say, I had to fuck all these dicks just to blow up. I told her, I said, no, it's about fucking the right dick. You just got to figure out what that means. Period. Whether it's a dildo, whether it's your husband, or as an established male talent, the right dick. Period. And,
Sucking a dick. It can be making the right connections. It can be
yeah.
networking is a huge thing. If you can network with the right people, that alone can help you in more ways than I can even imagine right now that we have time to talk about.
Yeah.
So that's very important as well. Don't actively seek out enemies. Don't be nice. I mean, you can be people without being friends with people. You
Mm-hmm.
can you can be civil. You can be an adult. It's possible, you know. And if you don't like someone, don't go near them.
True
You don't.
that.
You can still be in the same picture and just be like, and then station here. And if they speak, like, yeah. Anyways, like we were saying, you don't have to be rude and disrespectful. You can still be a common, decent human being and be in the sex industry.
Yeah. Because it's to me. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I had to burp. But no. But like I said, to me, it doesn't matter what type of content you put out. It's how you run your business is the key to this. You
Hmm.
know, um, because like you said, it's about networking. But also the thing I tell anybody, okay, which I also like about y'all is that y'all shit looks professional. It even though it's just y'all, you shoot as if you're shooting as a studio to a certain extent. You feel where I'm coming from? Period. That's the only thing that I say about like couple porn or couple teams is that you elevate what you're doing so that even though you don't shoot with now big company or shot with any strong male talent, your shit looks so good we forget about
Yeah,
that.
but it's also true with you can have like top of the class, perfect videos, but if you're a bitch, unless that's your brand, dominatrix and stuff. I mean, but if you're just a raging bitch to be one
Mhm.
with rhyme or reason to the wrong fetish, I guess.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's your specific brand. If you're just going to be a raging bitch to be a bitch for no reason, that's also going to get around too. If
Oh yeah.
you have the best of the best of the best videos and pictures and have worked with all the best companies, who you are as a person also has a lot of clout.
Oh yeah, that is very true because it's a small community. It's a big industry, but a small community. People don't realize that they do talk. So is Score the only company you had worked with?
Yes, company wide. I've worked with a couple other producers,
Mm-hmm.
but companies. Score is the only one that I've worked with. I'd like to work with Pinup Files, and there's a couple other places that I would like to work with, but I just haven't. I haven't got to work with them. And if I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. It's not like I'm gonna quit because I didn't get my way type thing. I just feel like pinup is they're topless, so it's more
Mm.
in line with what I do. So it's different things like that. But I mean, we're still happy with what we do and how far we've made it without working with other places. So
Yeah, I mean, but I mean, in this day and age, you can't do that, especially if you know what you're doing. You know, and then like I said, you also do other things. Do you do custom videos as well?
sometimes
Just
I don't think
she gave that look like, yeah.
my biggest thing with customs, my biggest issue with them is we do the work that we enjoy.
Yeah.
I always feel like doing whenever I do a custom, especially like if someone wants a custom that's the kind of work that we do anyways, like
Yeah.
tit worship or stuff like that, massaging, that I can do in my sleep. I can massage my boobs until my arms fall off, not a problem. But if it's like the ones that are like, I want you to be more controlling and demanding, and or something outside of our wheelhouse that I may have done, but it's not something that I enjoy. I'm always afraid that it doesn't come off as well as I want it to. So that's why I'm very picky and choosy in the customs that I do accept, because whenever we put work out, we want it to be good. We take pride in the work that we put out, whether it be our work, working with somebody else, or doing a custom. So I am picky and choosy. I do customs, but it depends on what the custom is.
Now, here's the other thing. Now, we already know you do big titty fetish. So, what other fetishes do you dibble dabble in?
I'm sorry. What
I
else?
said, what other fetishes do you dibble dabble in other than big titty?
So I mean, we obviously big titty,
Yeah.
titty fucks and stuff like that. Um, I like doing. I'm more of a sub myself,
Mhm.
not like to the point that it could be like having sex and not reacting like
Mhm.
sub people. But I'm more like we did a video the other day where Grieve was a photographer and he was like instructing me on things to do, and I'm like, oh, like, okay, and that level of that level of control. I
Mhm.
enjoyed that. That's probably one of my favorite videos we've done recently. Is like I like doing a little bit of sub stuff. Um, we've done tiny stuff, giant and tiny, and
Mhm.
like I said, I'm more of a fetish kind of gal. So
Mhm. Yeah.
that stuff, it sucks. I don't do breast expansion as well anymore because the hardest part about fake boobs is real boobs.
Yeah.
But we were able to turn that into my real life fetish. So where I have fat transfers, if I gain weight, I still grow. So I am still growing, and I love that.
Well, no, because I think a lot of females really don't dig into the fetish bag as much or as strongly because it's a lot of fetishes that females can get off, from feet, of course, boobs, ass worship. You can do smothering, shit, small dick humiliation.
That's
Um, which I know females enjoy that shit right there because you get to actually tell a dude about his dick, and he might have a fucked up dick, and he might actually enjoy you telling him that he has a fucked up dick. So,
our ratings not too long. I did them. Um, I want to say it was around November. That was my first time ever doing them. And then I just started doing some again a couple weeks ago, I think, maybe a week ago. So, and I actually do those because I'm trying to get better at sex talk because I've never
mhm,
really those kind of people. Um, so that's actually why I started doing dick ratings is because I want to be able to make joys and stuff like that. But
mhm.
I try to do sexy talk because it's not who I am as a person. But it's something I'm curious about learning to see if
But
I
you got such a sexy voice though. That's Southern twang too, so it's kind of like Shoot, dudes can listen to that and then bust off.
I mean, and I've gotten really good feedback on them, but I don't feel like I'm doing it. I don't feel like I'm doing them justice. So that's why, like I said, I'm doing my homework. I'm doing just practice saying different things and in different styles and things like that.
Just, but do you have a night flirt? Phone sex, night flirt?
Nope.
See, you might need to look into that. That'd be good practice for you. Because I mean, it's important for talking to ladies about the phone sex. You know, that's something that's old school, but still around to even my surprise. You know, because guys do love audio. You know, period. It allows them to make to imagine even more so, because people wouldn't believe that there's a still a base of fans who would rather listen to you talk dirty over the phone than to see you talk dirty to them in their face so they can imagine it,
Oh yeah.
fully imagine it. You know what I'm saying?
I thought of something else that I enjoy,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not like to the extreme,
Mm-hmm.
like public stuff, like public flashes and things like that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, obviously, I'm not going to do it to the point that I'm going to risk going to jail or something because I have family to take care of. But like, I do enjoy doing some of that too. That's something that um, we were just like, let's try and do a video out here, and a whole PPV in the woods. And I'm like, this is great. Let's do this again. So that, but with all the fetish talk, SizeCon is actually another. It's an adult convention,
You the
but
second
it's
person that said something about SizeCon. And had an interview. I said you the second person that said something about SizeCon that I interviewed.
really.
Yes. Shouts
Oh
out to Max Grove.
yeah,
Um,
no, that Max Growth is actually the first producer that I've ever worked with.
word.
Yes,
Word.
only been working. I think we had only been doing breast expansion for like 3 or 4 months.
Mhm.
Actually, the first person that I ever worked with. He's a great human being. He is wonderful.
Yes.
He's a genuine guy. I really like him. But I was gonna say, like, that's for people that do like the different fetishes, because I know my following has a lot of different their hands in different pots because the large bust, the fetishes of the growing bust and stuff like that. Size something to look into. They have a lot of details, and it's an adult convention. They're actually just starting to do their in-person cons again, so we'll be there in January or June, not January. We just did
And
January,
where is it? In Vegas?
right? No, it's in Jersey.
It's in Jersey.
Hmm.
I might check that out one day. Cause shit, cause I know two Amazons. If they listen to the podcast, y'all need to go to one of these things. Cause
Fine.
Amazon Honey, Amazon Lee, 6'3" respectively. Need to bring
Mhm.
their asses to them shits. Yeah, because I was like, when he first mentioned, I said they got a convention for this shit. I'm
Yeah,
like, damn,
first
they got a
convention
convention for everything.
we had ever done. Period.
Word.
Yeah, was SizeCon. It has special art.
Oh, most definitely. You know, I swear, you know, look, I done held you up here for an hour, you know. So, people know how we do. And I want to say thank you. I want to bring you back. You know, we talked before about that. So, they know what I'm about to ask. Can I call you a smoke buddy?
You can call me a smoke buddy as long as you're okay with me not actually smoking.
On that. Oh, we have no problem with that because non-smokers are allowed in the smokers lounge. You know, period. My
Oh,
smoke buddy is my guest host when I bring them back for other episodes, and of course, people y'all heard it. She'll be back for the smokers lounge, and she will be back for the premium smoke room. That's right, $4.99 a month, 6 premium podcasts for you to enjoy. We get more wild, more unpredictable, more uncandid, more uncensored We talk more real in the premium smoke room because the best smoke is always premium. You don't know what might happen. A titty might fall out. They might suck on a lollipop. They might show off their toys to you. You don't know. The only way you can is by subscribing every month, $4.99 a month. You can only watch it on Spotify. That's right, people. Spotify does have video. So you can only watch it on Spotify. Not YouTube, not no Patreon. So with that being said, Mr. Moore, can you please tell everybody where they can spend that good money on them beautiful tits of yours?
Ooh. Well, I have several paid sites, but demoraavarice.com is the link to my OnlyFans, and probably the main one that I have. Uh, if you want other places, because I know a lot of people, some don't like one versus the other, find me on Linktree, and it's got my links to the Fansly. We started a fan centro,
Mm.
loyal fans. So I'm a little bit of everywhere. I'm dabbling. Fan Centro is just getting started because, and that one's going to be any girl collaborations that I do. Nothing below the belt. And any public stuff I do will be on Fan Centro. The others are mirrors, like the OnlyFans, Little Fans, Fansly are all the same. I have the same content up, so at that way people can have their choice of which one they want. But if you're specifically looking for my public stuff or more girl stuff, then that'd be on Fan Centro.
See, there you go, people. So y'all go out there and spend that good hard-earned money on Miss Everest. And she will be back here on the Smokers Lounge. You know how we end these episodes all day, every day. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience if you haven't learned anything? Smoke this over. Get the merch on bonfire.com. The description, in the description is the link for the merch. Go get it. Especially in these cold weather, because you want to know why? Them sweatshirts, trust me, they keep you warm. So with that being said, we out. Say goodbye, sexy.
Bye. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I appreciate you.